Oh, he is there. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I am watching The Bishop's Wife. So we're into Christmas season now, and wanted to get at least a couple of Christmas films watched for this part of the year. Last year I was able to get 4 in. I think this time it'll probably just be 2. I started a little later, and for those just wondering about the westerns, Western reaction number 99 and 100 will be in January. Just last week I watched Sons of Katie Elder, that was number 98. So just taking a little break coming to Christmas. So hoping to do 2 Christmas movies and then taking a break for a couple of weeks over the holidays. Back in then in January to finish off the westerns, and then I'm going to go into a different genre. I think what I'm going to do is each month kind of focus on a certain genre or maybe a certain director or a certain actor. That was what when I put it out, a lot of people kind of said they would like. So it could be a mix of, as I said, a genre one month, maybe a director another month, actor another month, something like that. But I will be going back to westerns again at some point. Maybe pick a month where I'll just do westerns. But just thought for the channel it might be good to explore other genres as well. But yeah, this one, so I think it's Cary Grant is in it, and I think there's something about an angel, something loosely. That's all I know about it. Nah, I don't have too much info in terms of the plot on this one, so I'm just going to get into it. But guys, there'll be a full uncut reaction to this as well, so if you're new to the channel, that will be on my Patreon page, and a link will be in the description if you want to check that out to support the channel. Further, you can do that. There's different tiers with different perks on there. You can check that out. That'll be fantastic. Shout out to my patrons, as always, to Ravi, to Gigi Gooding, to Mary, to Blaze, to Mihal. Thank you so much for the support, as always, incredibly appreciative. And also to those on the channel who come and comment and watch the videos, really appreciate that as well. But with that, we will watch The Bishop's Wife. There is, isn't there? There is just a special feeling about Christmas. When I was a teenager, I always kind of got that vibe that I was going to lose that. Joe was a child, that special feeling you get. But as an adult, it's different, but it's still there.
Oh, this is very kind of you. It's a privilege.
Oh, jeez.
Doctor is in there. You see, I have hopes.
Fine.
Well, I'm all right now.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, it's the baby. He's come over.
Oh, no, darling, we have to go.
Oh, God.
My baby. Oh, you saved her. Oh, thank God you saved her.
Is he the angel?
Well, if it isn't my dear, beautiful Julia.
Oh, hello, Professor.
Well, what are you doing in this disreputable part of town? You charge for this miserable weed?
$1.85.
$1.85 for this half-hearted twig?
I thought you had no religion.
Well, that's true, my dear. But I like to have
You can still celebrate Christmas, though, in your own way.
How's Henry? I haven't seen him in quite some time.
Oh, he's well, thank you. He's terribly tired.
I imagine he's having difficulty raising money for the cathedral.
Yes. It's slow work.
That has been my lucky piece. Not that it's ever brought me luck, except knowing you. It's an old Roman coin. I picked it up years ago.
Only we could spend Christmas back here where we were so happy with you and all of our old friends.
No.
It is true. It is true about being at home for Christmas. Like, I'm actually going to Germany this year for Christmas, and I am looking forward to it. There's a little part of me that's kind of a little sad that I won't be at home on Christmas Day.
I had my moment.
That's Bill.
Where are you going?
That car.
I couldn't help noticing your tender parting.
Jesus, without him, there could have been about 5 or 6 people killed today.
She's unhappy.
Oh, Pat. Have you any idea who that man is?
He's a stranger to me.
Yeah, he's definitely the angel. Oh, it's a beautiful dog. It's a Bernard, I think, isn't it?
I'm so late. Good evening, Mrs. Hamilton, but I was delayed Christmas shopping. Good evening, Mr. Perry.
Do you think we've made any progress? Oh, no, Mrs. Hamilton.
Mr. Perry was about to tell us something when my wife came in.
Merely a suggestion. I'd be able to place the George B. Hamilton Memorial Chapel here on the northeast.
It would be completely out of sight there.
Hamilton, surely you understand that this cathedral cannot be designed for the glory of an individual. It has to be created for all the people.
Yet that I was instrumental in having you made bishop, although others thought you too young. Is that an exaggeration? Oh, yes, Miss... I mean, no. You give me the impression of being confused, indecisive, and utterly ineffectual. That is not the kind of leadership we expect of our bishop. You will build that cathedral as I want it, or you will not build it at all. That's all I have to say. Come on, get this dog out of the way.
Julia.
God, now she's bad mouthing the dog. Just immediate dislike for this character now. So I guess that's why he's not been around much lately. He has to deal with crap like that.
Can we serve dinner now, ma'am?
Sorry, I was late.
What a ghastly afternoon. What a ghastly woman. And I trust she understood that I have no intention of being strangled by her purse string.
Cathedral. At least forget about it until after Christmas.
Impossible. House of God can't just be put off. This cathedral must rise.
Henry, what's happened to you? What's happened to us and our marriage?
Julia, you can't see beyond the end of your nose. I want this cathedral to stand like a great beacon. I want its light to shine.
Never mind, Henry, never mind. Coin. Professor Wuthridge sent it to you. Wasn't it sweet of him?
Oh, fool, what does he think I can do with that?
Jesus.
What we are about to receive, may the Lord make us truly thankful. Amen.
I definitely need a dog again. It's been my golden retriever passed away for 2 years now.
Tomorrow, maybe we could go out together.
Where?
Walk around the way we used to. We could go and call on the professor. Go to the park and watch the skaters. Maybe we could have lunch together. At Michelle's, do you remember that?
Michelle's.
I appreciate your difficulties, but... Oh, very well, I'll be there.
Cancel the walk, cancel the meal, cancel going to see the ice skaters. Never even have time for his wife. But I guess isn't that the price you pay when you're such a high figure?
Oh, God, please help me.
Intervention? Holy crap.
Good evening. I do for you.
Look, I'm afraid I must ask you to telephone my secretary for an appointment. I'm in the middle of dinner.
I know, Henry.
I beg your pardon?
I'm an angel. No wings at the moment, but...
I knew it. I've been working too hard.
This kind of is like, they doubted. Kind of like the way
I
with
understand,
Christ.
Henry. It's hard to believe, even
he
for
was
you.
doubted.
Of course, I'm not one of the more important angels.
And this is a bishop guy.
Well, Henry, do you believe I am what I say I am?
Well, how can I? What do you propose to do? Perform a miracle?
If necessary.
Well, why don't you? Why don't you...
Nothing wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you...
Julia, if you don't mind.
How do you do, Julia?
Oh, and now you're going to be with Henry permanently?
For as long as may be necessary. I know it isn't easy for you, Henry, but you've just got to take me on faith.
Yes, but for how long? How long will it take?
Well, just long enough. Julia is waiting for you at the dining table. You must go to her.
Yes. I don't...
It's gone.
Henry.
You can see the dog is almost like a guardian angel as well. He's always sitting by him. Don't think he was expecting him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
See you later, Mildred. Ready for duty. Completely at your service.
I can't tell, are they taken in by his charm, or are they just thinking this guy is peculiar?
I feel that... No.
You're beginning to believe in me, huh?
Well, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you came from or who it was that sent you. Whatever it was, I just wish you'd make haste. There's no time to lose.
Henry, it's going to be difficult for me to help you until I'm sure what it is you really want.
Well, I got the... Then the...
That wasn't vague at all. I got to get... And I've got to... Oh, do you have a child?
Hello, Debbie.
Are you Dudley?
Yes. How did you know?
Lily said that maybe with you here, maybe we'll get to see Daddy sometimes.
Maybe we will.
That'll be... Well, what's the matter, honey?
They don't want me.
Well, why not?
I guess I'm too little or something.
Oh.
Why, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Jack, Dudley.
Yes, I see. Well, this young lady would like to get into it.
Who, her? She can't fight. Her father's a bishop.
Oh, couldn't she? Come on, Debbie.
He's gonna help her. He's gonna do something to make her.
I can't throw.
No, throw the arm back.
With the power of an angel, he can do anything.
Hey! She pitched a curve. Did you see that? Come on, kid. You're in our army.
Well, she's into it now.
What are you doing out here?
I always take a walk before lunch. Good idea, relaxing, you know.
Oh, I wish you could persuade Henry to do that. Michelle's. Oh, it's a lovely place. We used to go there. That was years ago.
Well, how about you and I going there today?
I'm giving out the medal.
Oh, put up your hood, dear.
Giving out the medals. It's already a feeling. This is a charm. I love these old Christmas films. They're really, really nice.
Now look at your hand.
Oh, can you do that, too?
It's not too difficult.
I suppose you can read the future. He's holding her hand.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, things could go south here for a while.
Eyes are green.
Word will get to the husband.
Just thinking. The world changes, but two things remain constant. Youth and beauty. You were born young. You'll remain that way.
Oh, I wish I could believe you.
Oh, I thought you knew, sir.
Yes, of course.
Wouldn't. Quite. It's much too,
Too what?
Mr.
Too
Professor.
attractive? Nothing could be... Why, my old friend, the professor.
Hello, Professor. He's Henry's new assistant.
Oh. You mean you know this
Well,
fellow?
of course I do. Why don't you show us the manuscript of your book, Professor, will you?
I gave at the University in Vienna. All my pupils lived. Now I'm sitting this fellow's lived
Years ago.
I'll tell you about my book.
Why did he do that?
It's a chronic disease.
Trying to make him drunk.
Once I was madly in love with a girl. A pure enchantress.
Well, you never told me about that.
No, that's just the trouble. I never told her about it either. She married an athlete. A great hulking oaf who never even reached the 8th grade. But he knew how to say, I love you.
This is one of the rarest of all antiquities. Only 100 of these coins were minted by Julius Caesar 2,000 years ago.
What's your background?
My background?
Well, where do you come from?
All right. Supposing I told you I came from another planet, would you believe me?
More so than Vienna.
That's why we're all different. That's what makes life...
But would she be suspicious of why you took the coin off his table? You know, it's like, why did you take it? Jeez. Big gulp. But knowing his owner is anxious. Yeah.
Oh, hello, dear. I'm sorry we were late for dinner.
Good evening.
We had the most marvelous time.
Maybe he's showing him what he could have been
Okay.
doing today,
I'd like to see you
as opposed to what he did do.
for a moment.
Effort he's trying to attain, to achieve, to show Henry the right way. Maybe.
I want to see you perform a miracle.
What kind?
Make this desk rise up and fly around the room.
Please, Henry, I didn't come down here to do silly tricks. I'm surprised at you.
Demon right out of...
Ah, oh, Henry, don't say that.
Yeah, I'd say from his point of view, he's feeling like he's taken over. Like he was there with his wife, stuff for the daughter. Now the dog is by his side. And I already commented earlier about how the dog is like a guardian angel to the bishop. Everyone's happy except the bishop about Dudley being there.
I hope you're going to take it easier now that Dudley's here with you. I think that he's very able.
You do?
Well, you should have seen him with Professor Wuthridge. He knows more about history than the professor.
David was singing songs that he wrote himself. Well, suddenly an angel came down and spoke to David.
How did David know it was an angel?
It's the way it always is. Angels come down and put ideas into people's heads, and then people feel very proud of themselves because they think it was all their own idea.
Are you expecting a letter?
One never knows. But if I should get one, the stamp will be worth saving. Are you going to see Mrs. Hamilton today?
I hope to.
May I come along? I'd like to meet her.
Mrs. Hamilton, Bishop Braun.
5 o'clock this evening. Thank you, Mrs. Hamilton. Goodbye.
Oh, Henry, you didn't make an appointment for this afternoon, did
It
you?
was the only possible time, darling.
Oh, but you can't do this to Reverend Miller while that rehearsal's being held just for you.
Well, there are other things more important. Besides, Mr. Miller will be delighted to see you.
But it isn't the same, Henry. You're his bishop.
If I may even join you before the end of the rehearsal.
Please try.
At any rate, I'll see you in front of St. Timothy's in exactly 1 hour.
Try.
Upon mature consideration, my objections seem petty indeed compared with the generosity of your gesture.
I'm very much relieved.
And I'm so glad we've settled our differences. Well, it doesn't seem quite right, does it?
Stevens, there's something wrong about the bishop's chair.
Chair,
Oh, no, not at all. Send to a furniture shop or a plumber's or...
Can you help him pull it off? Why did he do that now? What if it's a sinister plan to take the wife away? I don't think that's going to happen, though.
It's been a long time since Henry's been down here. This is Mr. Dudley, the bishop's new assistant.
Mr. Dudley, a pleasure. Thank you, Mr. Miller.
The bishop will try to get here later, Mr. Miller.
How many do they have? Again, it feels like he's just kind of taken over the bishop's spot and having great success. Everyone's liking to him.
Boys, that was beautiful. Really beautiful.
Oh, Stevens, there you
Still
are.
stuck on the chair.
Terribly sorry, madam, but the furniture shop is closed until after New Year. I can't seem to find...
Hamilton, might I use your telephone?
Yes, of course, it's over there.
Thank you so much.
The hat. Oh.
Now, this is one of our most exclusive models. Oh, it's lovely. Just simply ravishing. So chic, so...
No, don't want it. If I didn't know any better, he's trying it out with her.
Do. The main trouble is there are too many people who don't know where they're going and they want to get there too fast.
Oh.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna go ice skating. Feelings, which once.
I am wicked.
Well, if you are, so am I. That's impossible. Can you skate, Sylvester? A pretty hat.
Fucking hell. Jeez almighty.
Why, Dudley. This is heaven.
You found the perfect word.
Well, he's trying anyway.
Oh, don't leave me!
Thank you, Dudley.
How much do I owe you, Sylvester?
Not a cent, my friend. They're just bulging with the coins of self-satisfaction. You wanna know why?
I'd love to know.
Because you and the little lady have restored my faith in human nature.
Sylvester is a noble soul. His children and his children's children will rise up and call him blessed.
He may have just helped a whole generation of a family.
Yes, please. Oh, you got my shoe.
Hello, Henry.
Well, Henry.
Oh, I thought he was still going to be stuck on the chair.
Henry, you should have heard those boys sing at St. Timothy's. It was absolutely heavenly.
I'm sure of that.
Did you have a successful meeting with Mrs. Hamilton?
Oh, yes.
Satisfactory.
Good. Oh, dear, I want to see Debbie before she goes to sleep.
Then I would have gone. You didn't. So I represented you with your wife.
Is that part of the normal duties of a...
Have you?
Mrs. Hamilton is giving the money for the cathedral.
Oh. If you were willing to make a slight sacrifice of your principles.
Oh, don't you think it's worth it for this...
You know, these are lean years for the world. So many people need food. So many people need shelter. That big roof could make so many little roofs.
But we're dealing with a materialistic, selfish woman. She wouldn't listen to talk like that.
Oh, maybe he's gone.
Why did it be so sudden?
I got rid of him. I told him to go away. I fired him.
But where is he?
Come here, dear.
I'm telling you, things are going to go wrong, and Henry's going to pray for him to come back.
I'd like Mr. Dudley. Come along, Debbie. I'll get you ready for your dinner.
Will you?
And Vandovers.
Doesn't like the hat because it signifies Dudley.
Didn't want to miss him. Where's Dudley? Oh, you got a preacher with you.
this...
Oh, I know. Any ceremony. You and Dudley.
Oh.
Sylvester, this is my husband, Bishop Brown.
How do you do?
Oh, he's back. Maybe he'll join them at Hamilton's.
Let me type that sermon for you.
Oh, no.
You go on. Tonight, I want to tell you the story of an empty stocking. Once upon a midnight clear, there was a... We haven't forgotten that night down the centuries. We celebrated the stars hung on the Christmas tree and the cry of bells and... I'm sorry, Matilda.
Oh, Mr. Dudley, I knew you'd come back.
Oh, star on top. Okay.
Wish to see me. I'm the bishop's assistant.
The bishop is expected, but not the assistant.
Say it to her now. When he talks sense into her, or just explain to her that Henry's not going to go through with this. It's not what he believes is the right thing to do.
This was composed for you, my darling, and you only, Alan, when her husband's name was George.
The music you were playing. There's no one living but me that knows that composition.
Yes, it's a... But tell me about Anna and you.
He had nothing, and I was afraid of poverty. He went away. Saw him again. I never loved George Hamilton. He was very much in love with me and was wealthy.
Maybe that's why she is how she is.
Hamilton mentioned. Never took a call here before.
What do I owe you now?
Oh, no charge, Bishop. I got nothing better to do.
Oh, the bishop, no, I won't. I can't see them now.
Oh, yes, you will.
No.
To a warm-hearted manner.
And Henry, a Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas.
She's almost like Scrooge a bit, isn't she? Kind of taken back by her attitude now.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
Oh, come now, Henry. We're very old friends. You must call me Agnes. But he's gone already. Who? Dudley. Oh, my dear, meeting Dudley has been the greatest spiritual experience of my life.
Glad you've seen him.
How did you ever find him, Henry?
Oh, he didn't.
An accident.
Yeah, well, you called him. You summoned him. Your prayer.
Man has... Henry, I've changed my mind about that.
And now it's changed her.
I'm going to give to the poor and the homeless and the unappreciated.
This is what you prayed for, in a way.
And all over the world.
Hello, Professor.
Henry. Come in, my dear fellow. Come in. You see this bottle? You note that it is full? Now watch. This is something that even you can't explain with all. You will observe that it is still full. Now, how do you account for that? And what's more, the sherry itself.
I think I can account for it. Dudley has been here.
Yes. And that bottle isn't all. Who is he? What is he?
He says he's an angel.
An angel?
That's funny. Nothing stopped me from saying it that time.
From him?
He brought nothing but disaster for me.
That's absurd. He and Julia were in here the other day, and she seemed happier than she's been in years.
He's made her despise me.
Ooh.
Fortune. No, I insist you keep it. Well, give it to Julia as my Christmas present. Who knows? It might bring luck to you both. He's an angel. Julia's a creature of earth. She's a woman, Henry. And you are a man.
Natural instinct is to go with the human rather than an alternate being.
Will we ever see you again?
Mm-mm.
I mean, technically, you could say he's like Sam Beckett in Quantum Leap,
I don't know.
putting right what went wrong.
I'm tired of being a wanderer. I'm tired of an existence where one is neither hot nor cold.
Sure.
No.
I guess if you were always doing that, always fixing something but never being part of the mended ornament.
I've never before had to fight an angel, but I suggest you take off your coat and put up your dukes. Because you're a thief. Trying to steal my wife, my child, my all, the love that belongs to me.
And as an angel, I could quite possibly destroy you with...
Yeah, Julia means more to me than my life. I'm not going to lose her.
I'm going.
I'll accept that as a fact when I see it happen.
That an angel visited your house.
And Julia, what about her?
There will be no memory with her either, because your prayer has been answered.
That's not true. My prayer has not been answered. I was praying for a cathedral.
You were praying for guidance. That has been given to you. When an immortal finds himself envying the mortal entrusted to his care, it's a danger signal.
Interesting to hear that. The immortal, like, having want for what the mortal has. You know? Feel all superior, and when it comes down to it, they want this life that the mortal has. I guess, like I said, all of this was done to create the motivation in Henry, like making him think that Dudley was after his wife.
Henry, did you get that for Debbie?
No.
Dudley, his final parting gift.
I don't know. I just have the most inexplicable feeling of happiness.
Oh.
Now, let's drink to us, to our happiness and to what lies ahead, and then let's smash the glasses in the fireplace.
Oh, he is there. But they can't see him this time. But they get the sense of him. I like that. It's a nice little touch.
Tonight I want to tell you the story of an empty stocking. We haven't forgotten that night down the
Exactly what
we celebrated with stars on Christmas trees.
Dudley had put in.
With the sound of adult or child. All the stockings are filled. All that is, except one. And we have even forgotten to hang it up. A stocking for the child born in a manger. It's his birthday we're celebrating. Don't let us ever forget that. Let each put in his share. Loving kindness and the stretched out hand of tolerance.
It's a great message to give.
All the shining gifts.
Absolutely.
Make peace on earth.
A great closing to that homily. Okay, that was The Bishop's Wife, and first I'll just say there was a real, like the films I watched last year, like The Shop Around the Corner, or It's a Wonderful Life, definitely has that Christmas vibe and that really feel-good nature to it, that these old Christmas films are just fantastic at doing. They're really Christmassy and really create that vibe. So that was the first thing I really enjoyed about this film. Then I liked kind of the parallel I saw, like with Henry and also with Mrs. Hamilton as well. Obviously she's a supporting character, but that kind of Scrooge-like thing where it says, it says that like Henry at one time, he was him and his wife Julia, they did a lot of things together. They went to the cafe, they met the professor a lot, but a lot of the stuff has kind of declined as time has gone on. He's got this job and he's become less, it's more about kind of what he can do with his job and that position, more so than the stuff that he's doing with his family. And I do think that's what Dudley was trying to do, was to do all this stuff with the daughter and especially with the wife, and kind of just show him what he's missing, the stuff that he used to do before. I think that was the key thing. But it was really struck out when he said that he kind of almost in a way he longs to be mortal, because obviously I think in a way he did love the wife Julia. That was interesting. But again, I think that was also to really just that final hit to Henry to show him, look, this is what you got to do. And I just thought the end was beautiful, the little message, what Jesus would want, at Christmas. And like, you don't even have to be religious to do that, just to be nice to people, caring, make the world a better place. I'm not trying to sound cheesy or anything, but really in that moment in the film, it really worked. And I like that he kind of stood there, and the professor kind of glances back before he entering the church. He sensed him, didn't see him that time, but sensed him, and they sense his presence is still kind of there, even though he said he won't remember me anymore, but that positive kind of influence that he was trying to instill in them is there still. So yeah, I thought it was a very nice film, and just really had a nice Christmas vibe to it. But guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts on The Bishop's Wife. Do you like this one, and where would this one rank among your favorite Christmas films? Would love to hear your thoughts on that. But until next time guys, slog fall.